Are you sure about that?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing Goddess Faux Locs on my head. This is my first time ever doing Goddess Faux Locs, so if I'm doing something that you're just like, this don't look right, just know that I just going off a YouTube video and you know, I try new things, so yeah. But first, I just washed my hair and I'm just going to moisturize it since I'm going to put it in a protective style, so yeah. I use Do Grow, by the way, to moisturize my hair. Okay guys, so I use Shoe Edge Control to define my part more. I feel like if your parts are like crisp and clean with any look, it looks way better, like with your box braids, your twists, whatever it is. The prettier the part and like the clean, it looks way better. So I advise you to take your time to like really part this because it's gonna show. It always shows, like your part always shows, but like, you know, when you put it up and stuff, you don't want like no zigzags or whatever. But I also feel like this is also the hardest part for most people. Like parting is like no joke. Like it is a skill that you gotta have, because I was sitting here parting for a good hour and you know you gotta part your whole head. So I was struggling. But just take as long as you need to part, because that is the most important part to me, you know. Yeah, so like if you notice that the edge control is like turning white in the part, just know that I noticed that, and I do not leave it that way. I just put the edge control in my part to define it, like I said. So you honestly can just take water and take that off. That's what I did. So if you use the same one I did, that's how you take it off. But yeah, that's just wanted to let you know. I didn't just walk around with a white head, okay? Basically just make those little twists all over your head, and it's gonna take for a long time if you're not a good parter. So you see, I was so tired after that one braid because like I don't know, but you're gonna do that for your whole head. I ended up having 56 braids in my head, so that means I have 56 little parts or whatever. So yeah, just put how many ever you want. If you want it to be full, I suggest you to do the same, put 56. If you want it to be a little thinner, then you know, put less, of course. But yeah. So if you have thinner hair in certain spots, I suggest you to add a rubber band to it and not just braid it, because it's going to grip everything more. Just don't do it as tight so the crochet can go under it. And you see that? Look at that. That took me forever. It is the next day. Bruh. But I really did not want to rush to part, and I wanted to make it nice. So if you want it to look good, you do the same. But I'm not good at parting, so good luck. I honestly feel like I did a good job at like visually showing what I was doing, but honestly I just put the hook underneath my braid and had the latch open, put the loop of the lock onto the latch, close the latch, pull it through, push the latch through the little loop at the top, and then pull it to the end to connect it once you tighten it. All right, and you're gonna pull it all the way up to your scalp, and that's really all it is for this part. Like, crocheting is honestly like one of the easiest things, so hopefully like you can visually see that I tried my best to like get close. So yeah. So I had two ways of wrapping up your hair with the lock. So this was the first way. The first way was just slowly unraveling the lock and then wrapping your hair the opposite direction so it could like lock in with the lock. Lock in with the lock. But yeah, lock in with the lock. So I honestly thought this way was cool if you want to do a quicker way. But the next way I'm going to show you is basically just me taking the crochet hook and sewing my hair through the lock, because I feel like that's more secure. But I'll show you. We'll talk about that when I come. Now you're going to take your Marley hair and you're going to be wrapping around the lock. The whole purpose of this is to cover up your hair strand and to add thickness. Now as you can see some of my brown hair sticking out of that lock. I like how that looks, so I didn't cover it up too much, but if you don't like your hair to show, then you like make sure you wrap and cover up all of that. And like I said, it's also supposed to give it thickness. I did not want mine super thick, but if you do, you need to add more Marley hair and, you know, make it how you want it. I do advise you not to make it so thick at the top. Like, do not over wrap at the root of your hair, because then it's going to be bulky and it's not going to lay down like most people like it to. Just FYI. So now we're at the part when I said this is another way that you can blend your hair with lock. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my crochet needle and putting it through the lock, and I'm going to pull in my hair through it. So now it's like inside of it blending through, you know what I mean? As you can see right there. So if I kept doing that all the way down, it honestly made it look way more natural than just wrapping it around, you know? And I felt like it was way more secure, but do whichever one is easier for you. also did my sister hair, and I feel like hers is super cute. I did her as extended, so if you want to know how I did that extended, I'll just comment down below, and I'll just make a short video on how I did that. But yeah, she has 54 braids in her head, and yeah.